Hi guys, Hamzilla. Today I have Emily with me and Jonathan, the organisers for Hamzilla, and you look really refreshed after a really busy.
So, to answer your question, it's a team effort. It's not just Jonathan and Emily. Lots of other people work very hard on this. We had a few issues, but overall it's been a roaring success. The feedback's been very positive.
Yeah, I appreciate that because, as I say, from our team, we have a team effort and we all work together. So without working together, these sort of events wouldn't happen.
There's no I in team.
No. I'll explain that later, but never mind.
Indeed.
But no. I think it's been great. As I say, it's your first try at this event, this venue rather,
yes.
And it's an interesting venue. You know, I mean, let's face it, you've got a running track, so if you're running for the door, God,
Absolutely.
If they run past all of the stalls, so you don't buy anything.
Yeah.
It's interesting because actually the form of this room, the way the lines converge with parallax as it goes further down, it makes it look bigger than it is, you know.
Yeah.
And it's had its challenges, this venue. But yeah, it's been a success,
it has.
and we're very pleased with it.
Yeah.
And we're grateful to you for supporting it as always.
Well, we're always pleased to support you.
And
Now,
we're always grateful.
next year, are you doing it next year?
Yes, we are.
There will definitely.
I've
be
actually
Hamzilla
plucked a
next year.
date out to avoid Mother's Day. So
Okay.
my date for next year is the 17th of March.
17th of March.
Yes, because Mother's Day is earlier. Mother's Day is the 10th.
All right.
And so we are the 17th.
And we're hoping we can count on your support.
You can count on my support. Yeah, no problems at all on that
Fantastic.
Very much.
one. As I say, I'll also be with you at your grand day out.
Yeah, so Ham Radio Network, it's not really Dover Club, Ham Radio Network have a grand field day at Wilsborough Windmill on the...
26th of July, I want to say.
It's certainly July.
It's the summer.
Yeah.
And it's a great day out. Some operating and a bit of sunshine.
Yeah.
I thought it was your event, but I apologise.
No, you don't need to
I did
apologise.
keep telling everybody
You don't
our
need to
event.
apologise.
Our event, but actually, yeah, it's Ham Radio Network.
Ham Radio Network and Dover Amateur Radio Club are very closely aligned.
Yeah. So, positives from this one, you know, you were busy. You know, there was a time when I couldn't get from one end of the hall to the other. The boys ragged me for it without talking to about 15 people in the length of the hall.
It was difficult.
It was good though.
It was
there
good.
was a lot of people here.
Yeah.
There was some interesting gear on sale.
There was.
I actually bought one thing, and I said to the person when I'm buying it, I said, "Are you sure? How long's that been sitting there?" And he looked at me all morning. I said, "At that price?"
Gosh.
I said, "I can't walk away."
Can I just say, I've learnt in my many years of existence that if something seems too good to be true, it probably is.
It probably is.
So you might get home and find it doesn't work.
Well, I'm not too worried because if it doesn't work, that will give me far more enjoyment than trying to fix it
There you
anyway.
go.
But
Good
the
attitude.
other thing is, and while Mrs. B's not listening, I've actually got an identical one at home.
So
And it belonged to my dad, and it was his pride and joy signal generator. And if this one doesn't work, it doesn't matter because there'll be spare parts to keep the other one working for a longer
Exactly.
period.
It'd be like
So-
Trigger's broom.
Yeah, Trigger's broom. But
Brilliant.
no. I think what you did with the lecture stream was good as well.
Thank you.
In fairness, I think that more ham events should have that. I mean, yes, we all want to come and get the bargain, blah, 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 but ham events like this are social events, and they're an opportunity to see something new. Now, I know I did a talk for you, but not everybody's interested in what I do, but those that are had a chance to see it. As we go forward, those sort of things are probably something that are well worth doing.
See, what you've got to remember is it says in the UK Ofcom amateur radio licence that the purpose of amateur radio is about education and experimentation.
Certainly is.
And it's really important that we're all drinking the Kool-Aid of the education stream and trying to share knowledge with other people, because that's a really important part of the hobby. And both Dover Amateur Radio Club and Ham Radio Network are very keen to promote that.
Yeah. Well, one of the other clubs that was here today has invited me to do a talk for them. Now, if I can fit it in, and I've been perfectly honest with them, if I can fit it in time-wise, I will do that for them, because it is about promoting our hobby.
Absolutely. And that club, if it's the one I'm thinking of, is associated with a computer club that does lots of great work with kids.
Yeah.
So really, really important, and I'm really pleased they've got you along to help them.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
Looking around, it was nice to see Bailara's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know you're a licensed amateur, Emily, but there aren't that many ladies in our hobby.
No, there's
And
not.
I mean nicely about
Oh, of
this.
course.
And Judith's a lovely lady, and I wind her up with a bright seal. Nicely, not nastily, and her husband's a great guy. So,
Yeah.
but it was nice to see that you had a nice mix
Yeah.
of what was going on
Yeah,
here.
I was pretty happy about that, actually. It was a really good mix of people, and we tried to kind of spread it out as well, so we had lots of different people next to each other, not all, bunched up the same type of group. So yeah, we should try to mix it all up, didn't we?
Yeah.
And they were all really appreciative, actually, of the new venue, because it's so close to the motorway. It saved them a lot of time against where we were before. A lot of people said that to me, that they really like the venue for that. And are we coming back here next year? So it was good to hear.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I was about to joke with you and say you put us orange shirts up the far end out of the way, keep us out of trouble.
Well, I kind of wanted you near the talks because I
Exactly.
thought it would
was
be really
deliberate.
cool to, be there.
Yeah.
We had this discussion. We have a lot of discussion with Andy Wybrow, M0IRU, because he has managed this before in previous years. So he was, we had lots of little chats with him about what's happened, what's gone before. So that was really, really useful for us, and he was very supportive. About where we put everybody, and because he knows the kind of types of people that will be coming along.
It's like a wedding. There's
Yeah.
always a little bit of you don't want to put them next to them. They're all lovely people. Don't get me wrong.
No.
But there's always little cliques, aren't there?
There are, and in fairness,
Barrow, in fairness.
Barrow in furnish, yeah. Long way away furnish. In fairness.
He's thinking, come on, get on with it.
No, he's used to this sort of thing. Bye, Colin.
This is what you came all this way for.
There you go.
Yeah. No, but in fairness, it was good fun.
Yeah, it was.
Fun, yeah.
Not
We enjoyed it.
everybody's going to get on with everybody.
No.
Yeah,
I'll
of
be
course.
honest with you. I'm big enough and ugly enough now to know that some people don't like me. I don't have a problem with that. For those that don't like me, there are others that do. I'll spend the time with those that do.
Absolutely.
Colin put his hand up when he
No,
said
he doesn't. Yeah, he's not getting the lift home now. But no. So next year, similar plans.
Yes, so we'll keep this on our list of venues, but we may look elsewhere. But we kind of, because we were at Sandwich before, and it wasn't until quite late in the day, relatively speaking, that we heard that we couldn't use the venue at the at Sandwich Discovery Park. So we were, we needed to find somewhere quite quickly, which is when we, again, it was Andy that found this venue, wasn't it? So when we came and looked around, we were like, brilliant, it's a massive space, it's just what we need. There's just, there's parking and everything, it's really, really good. But we'll look around, I think. But we will stay in this vicinity because of the proximity to the M20. We know that, that's going to bring in lots more people being so close to the motorway. We will keep you posted as to what we do. But
there are certainly some lessons that we'll learn from this experience. It's the first time we've moved a rally from one location to another.
Yeah.
And if we could turn the clock back, we might have asked slightly different questions.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Hindsight is a wonderful
Isn't
thing.
it, just? You've got to learn from it, because
Yeah.
otherwise, there's no benefit.
True. You learn from it and you listen to advice.
100%.
And I always say to people, if you're going to give me criticism, give me constructive criticism. don't say you're an idiot. You have to say you're an idiot because X, Y, and Z. You know,
100%.
or whatever. I'm not saying you're an idiot, of course.
I know you wasn't. I was just mouthing something to the camera.
Oh, you was. Muppet, yeah. But I tell you what I like about this venue, just having wandered in, looked round, there are so many PowerPoints on the walls.
Yes.
So if you are a trader, most traders need some form of electric.
Absolutely.
I mean, we had a rolling display on the wall. We had
did.
various bits and pieces.
Your stand is always very impressive, let me say.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll thank Mrs. B for that because she's been here all day and I've actually left her
I've
in peace.
a number of times wandered past your stand and she's been sitting there manning your stand while you've been all, roving, reporters.
Engaging the people and people walking past, catching her eye, she talks to them straight away.
Yeah.
It's really good. Really good.
And I think that's the right thing. I mean, yes, we were wandering around talking to people and pressing the flesh and chatting to
of
people
course.
we knew, but it's all part of the social event of getting people
Isn't it?
here.
That's one big thing that we always wanted to have or maintain with Hamzilla, isn't it? Is that it's a social event. It's a fundraising event for Dover Amateur Radio Club, but also we want it to be a social event. We want people to come from all over Kent, and people and from further away, just to kind of, meet with other radio amateurs and have a nice chinwag and a face-to-face rag chew. So it's
That's what it's about.
So somebody said to me earlier, what is Hamzilla for? What's the prime objective of Hamzilla? And as Emily's quite rightly said, the club needs Hamzilla to make money.
Yeah.
It costs us a couple of £1,000 a year for the hall. We've got 32 members, you do the math.
Yeah.
Without Hamzilla, we wouldn't have any members because the subs would be too great, right?
Yeah.
So that has to be the prime objective. But the most important thing about Hamzilla is the social service, if you like, that it offers to the hobby.
Yeah.
It's about helping people buy things, helping people meet other people, and helping people sell things and education.
Yeah.
And it really, that's...
we got a nice mix actually of people, personal sellers, selling their own stuff from, that they're clearing out their
Lofts.
house or whatever, lofts and things. Radio clubs and commercial sellers. It was kind of like 33% of each of those types of people here. So we had such a good mix of people, and I think that makes makes it really useful.
Absolutely.
And fun, and it makes it for great. Go on.
And what a coup! ICOM launched the IC 905 at Hamzilla 2023. It's not been seen anywhere in the country before today.
Yeah.
And that's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
I'm quite proud of that.
Yeah, that is pretty
I
awesome.
couldn't afford one.
Yeah.
We were
Although I
actually a
love
little bit worried that we might not have enough space for all the people that might want to come and see it.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, I noticed on your website that for traders you were sold out.
Yeah,
well.
And
100%.
that wasn't a lie.
No.
That you probably could have squeezed in one or two at you couldn't have got any more in.
It's another thing
So-
with having a new venue is we didn't really know how much space we had. We had measured up, but we were a bit kind of nervous about how many tables we could actually fit
And
in.
this room has got 4 giant fire exits down one side that we had to keep the tables clear of.
Yeah.
It's not trivial.
So all in all, I think it was a success.
So do I.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%.
I think if they don't, and there you go. And guys, going forward, you've got to put this one in your diary. Emily's told us the date, which you're going to do again.
17th of March,
17th of March.
2024.
17th of March 24.
Don't
Because
miss
if
it.
you don't book up once it becomes available, you could miss out.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah,
Because
those
it
trader
is busy.
tables got booked up very quickly.
Yep.
So all that's left for me to do is thank you very, very much for this interview.
Oh, thank
Wish you all the best for next year,
Thank you very much.
and I'm looking forward to coming along and terrorising you again.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Can't wait.
So thank you for supporting this event, and thank you
Yeah,
for
thank
helping us
you.
with the publicity that you have. We're very grateful.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing you. Ham Radio Network looks forward to seeing you at the Grand Wheelsborough Field Day.
Yeah.
On the whatever it is in July. Don't miss that one. And we'd also look forward to seeing you at Hamzilla next year. And thanks
Yeah.
once again.
Yeah,
your
well,
support.
Yeah, thanks, Martin.
mutual. We enjoy doing it as much
Absolutely.
as you enjoy putting the rally on.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you
you'll
so
be
much.
doing another talk next year.
I will do that for you.
Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you.